Hello, my name is Professor Kristin Lems, and I've put together a short photo story to talk about word substitution errors that we make based on close pronunciations. Many of us, when we're writing or speaking, use the wrong word when we're in academic settings. Why? Often the writer has heard a phrase but hasn't seen it in written form and isn't sure of the exact words. Very often the error has a phonological similarity, but not a semantic or syntactic similarity to the word that you were looking for. Why are there so many of these? Because when you try to check them on spell check, the software will not catch them. They are other words, but they're the wrong word. I'll give you 5 examples. The first example, one of my students once wrote, "the acclamation to the culture." I'm pretty sure that what they meant to say was not acclamation, but the word acclamation. The acclamation to the culture. You can see that the root of that is different. The first word, acclamation, comes from unanimous support, like by acclaim. Acclamation means becoming acclimated to something or used to something. So that one makes a lot more sense in the context. Here's a second example. Somebody once wrote, somewhere that I read, "the tenants of our profession." But if you think about it, they probably meant to write "the tenets of our profession" and just added that N in there by mistake. Tenants makes a lot more sense. When you look at the 2 words side by side, the first one, tenants, means renters, whereas a tenet is a principle or main idea. So that makes a lot more sense in the context of the phrase, "the tenets of our profession." Example number 3, the person wrote or said, "it's a problem that is never absolved." Absolve seems to go with something like forgiveness or getting over something, but I think the writer was looking for, "it's a problem that is never resolved." Absolved and resolved sound similar. They do have a similar root of salve, but absolve means forgiven, and resolved means finished or solved or completed. Makes a lot more sense. Example number 4, it exasperated unemployment levels. It's a long word and it starts with an EX, but I think that the word that the writer was looking for was exacerbated. It exacerbated unemployment levels. Although the 2 words have the same number of syllables, they have completely different meanings. Exasperated means frustrated, whereas exacerbated means to make something worse or accelerate it. So exacerbating unemployment levels means that the unemployment levels went up. And here's the last example. The person said or wrote, "it was an anecdote to the confusion." They are probably looking for not the word anecdote, but the word antidote. It was an antidote to the confusion. Anecdote and antidote sound similar, but have completely different meanings. An anecdote is an amusing story or joke, and an antidote is a cure or treatment. So we're obviously looking for a cure or treatment to the confusion. How do you avoid these? Read widely and take notes on how words and phrases look, not just how they sound. Check their spelling. Have a friend read your writing before you hand it in. Sometimes they can see what we can't. Read your own writing out loud to yourself. Sometimes you can see your mistakes when you hear yourself saying it at the same time you're reading it. And finally, use a real dictionary to learn and confirm new words. None of us ever finish learning new vocabulary. We're lifelong learners. Good luck and let me know how I can help. That's a picture of me, Kristin Lems. And my email is there, kristinlems@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you. Good luck.